Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Tuesday, the 11th of May 2021. Even though the season's done, the news keeps on coming in. It's pouring in today. We got exclusive about Shane Ferguson is leaving Millwall. This came out in the afternoon from news@den.co.uk. This is in an exclusive. It says Millwall Shane Ferguson to leave club this summer after 6 seasons at the Den. Shane Ferguson will depart Millwall at the end of his contract this summer. Northern Ireland international Ferguson was one of Neil Harris's first signings when he joined the Lions on loan from Newcastle in August 2015, before the move became permanent the following January. Ferguson, who will turn 30 in July, made 217 appearances for Millwall and scored 12 goals. He was part of the League One promotion winning side under Harris in 2017. Ferguson's last game for the Lions was in the 1-0 defeat against Derby in March, before he was injured and missed the rest of the club campaign. Millwall boss Gary Rowett has already confirmed that Sean Williams and Frank Fielding will also leave the club when their contracts expire on June 30th. So here we go again. News of Sean Williams leaving, a long time Millwall player, and we've got another one. Ferguson has made 200 appearances. He's had 6 seasons at the club and he's leaving as well now. And it certainly seems like the end of an era. So it seems we'll be moving into Gary Rowett's Millwall side next season. And whatever that entails, the good and the bad and the ugly. Because it seems the players that were signed by and wanted by Neil Harris will no longer be around, mostly. And the players that come in will be some cast-offs from Midland-based clubs, Derby, Forest, Birmingham, or anywhere else that Gary Rowett's got links. And we'll see how that goes when we become a sort of Derby reserves team. But it's quite sad. I wish Shane Ferguson good luck. There were rumours, was it in January, that he might be going to Charlton. If he does that, good luck to him. I hope he does well there, even there. Seems a decent lad. Yeah, it's just I mean, the end comes to everyone at a certain point, and you've got Sean Williams and now Shane Ferguson leaving. Long time Millwall players with lots of games, and it's changing, and the thing with change is you don't know how it's gonna go. Like the phrase "throwing the baby out with the bathwater" is, you could be changing things for no reason, just for changing them, and it's not gonna get better. You could change things to improve them, or you could change things and not know what the fuck you're doing and mess it up, and things could get a lot worse. But one thing that won't be getting worse is the pitch. The pitch at the Den. I'll call it the Den, even though it's the new Den. Been there long enough. Let's start calling it the Den. This is from news@den.co.uk as well. Machinery moves in as work finally starts on new hybrid pitch at Millwall's Den. Work has started on a full reconstruction of the pitch at the Den, the first since the club moved to the stadium in 1993. The 6-figure project has been signed off to commence last summer, before plans were postponed after the season has been paused as the UK dealt with the COVID-19 pandemic. But finally, overseen by head groundsman Stephen Chalk, machinery moved in this week to start work on a new hybrid pitch. In March 2020, Chalk explained to News@Den the plans for the ground. The actual undersoil heating, the irrigation, the drainage, is the same construction as what was put in May 1993, Chalk said. Yes, we take off the top 25mm every year like most clubs do. This season has been horrendous weather-wise. How we got through some games, I don't know. The board are fully aware of what's going on. So is the manager. When he came in, he was briefed that it was a very, very old service, and come winter it struggles. There's no denying that. We do everything we can to try and get that water off the surface. We use all different kinds of aeration machines on a monthly basis. We're not just sitting back doing nothing. That's not the case at all. We were meant to get a new pitch this summer, new drains, new irrigation, new undersoil heating, the full works. The way things are looking right now with what's happening in the world, that's looking very slim. It's a 14-week project, digging up 1/2 metre and going from the very beginning again, like most clubs have done. It's a normal for a pitch of 27 years. Millwall are also planning to upgrade their training ground at Calmont Road this summer. And here we go, we've got pictures from Twitter. You can see that there. They've got the digger on the pitch scraping it up. You can see the lines there. And you got the tweet here from the company involved, from Nathan George. I'll bring that up in the next thing, similar thing there. So this was supposed to happen last summer. So we've got money being spent at the ground. John Barrelson, again, it's his money basically that he's putting in. Technically, because he's covering the losses, so he's putting the money in. He's put the money in for the CCTV system. I told you about that last week in a video about all the cameras they've got. They basically doubled the number of cameras, and now they're putting the new pitch in as well. But here's the thing: if we've got a lovely silky playing service all year round, is that going to be good for us, or is it going to be good for the opposition? Because there are a few teams that probably struggled at our ground this season because of the pitch and because of the way they play. But if we improve the pitch, we're improving it for them as well. So it could be a cursed thing to happen if we improve the pitch. And we end up on the receiving end of a couple of hammerings by teams that love to pass it around and can pass quickly and spank us like Coventry. So be careful what you wish for. So that tweet that we've just seen on that story, this is from Twitter. It's the geezer there, Nathan George. I think he's working for MJ Abbott Limited. They're company that does sports pitches, golf courses and all that malarkey. New hybrid pitch. You got a number of replies here saying about basically saying, oh, we could have done with that pitch. And I think they put, if the club would have tried to sell the ground as turf, I think they would have got done under the Trade Descriptions Act, because there wasn't much turf on it. But apparently, so people saying they could have had some. And you've got here, this is where the thing, got Dej Kempster saying, are you repairing the drainage system as well? And there's drainage, irrigation and undersoil heating, the whole thing. So there you go. So we've got improvements being made to the ground, to the pitch, to the CCTV cameras. All we need now is a decent team, but on the horizon, a little glimmer of hope. So we've got this story coming out today. Now, fans were supposed to be back. I can't remember when it was they announced it. It was, I swear it was supposed to be either the 21st or the 26th when they made the announcement a long time ago that fans would be allowed back in. I'm sure it wasn't the 17th. I'm pretty sure, because I remember thinking, oh, that's convenient. It's just after the fucking playoffs have finished. For the EFL, so if we get there we can't even go to the fucking playoffs. So I do remember that. It's in one of my videos previously. I don't know if any of you remember. I can't bloody remember. So it seems it's been brought forward to May the 17th, when fans can go back, with everything else is opening up. May the 17th seems to be a big day for everything opening up. You can go inside pubs and other things are opening as well. And this is from EFL.com. It says the EFL can confirm that Sky Bet playoff semi-finals and finals will see a return of supporters in their Championship, League One and League Two. Further to the government's announcement outlining that the country will move into step 3 on its COVID-19 roadmap from 17th of May, clubs will now be able to legally welcome fans back into the EFL stadia for these vital fixtures, marking another welcome milestone along the road to full return of fans. EFL clubs will now determine with the relevant local safety advisory groups the exact number of supporters that will be able to attend each fixture in line with national guidelines. Announcements on ticketing will be made by clubs in due course. Well, they've got to get their move on because the playoffs are this week, aren't they? The league and its clubs remain in proactive advances discussions with the Welsh Government in respect of supporters for Swansea and Newport County. So it's not because Wales is a different country with a different government. That's still not guaranteed. Given the operational challenges clubs will face hosting both home and away supporters, it has been agreed that there will be no away fans. Okay, so when are away fans are going to come back, do you reckon? You reckon it'll be at the start of the season, or do you think they'll say, oh, it's pretty good not having any away fans, especially those nasty Millwall fans. Can we keep not having away fans, please? Because we like it. It's very nice. So we'll see how that goes, but we'll see. So yeah, blah blah blah. I'm not going to read the rest of that, but you can see here. So Monday the 17th of May. Playoffs in the Championship start, and there will be fans for that apparently. Bournemouth against Brentford, Barnsley against Swansea, and then on the 22nd, and you've got all the other playoff games there. So those fans, some of them will get to go to the actual games. Isn't that nice? And not only that, but in the National League as well, we've got this. So I know some of you probably follow clubs like Bromley and that, and it's the same for them from the 17th. If you wanted to go to a game, to an actual game, a real life game, remember when you could do that? Although I imagine all the bollocks, including the masks and all that shit, is still going to be in place. Sanitize or whatever. I don't know, standing 2 feet apart from someone. But you can go from the 17th of May, and I think the National League have got games until the end of May, so that there's going to be like 3 or 4 games that you could probably go to. Although again, it will be no away fans, so that will cut it down to 2 probably. If you're a Sutton United fan or a Bromley fan, well, there's other games you can probably get to. Barnet, because I don't think there'll be many people wanting to go to a Barnet game. They're absolute dog shit. Wealdstone, similar, Woking. So if you wanted to get to an actual game, you can go to a National League game. Well, that's the only non-league game in town. All the other non-leagues have been cancelled. Although I think there are still some cup games continuing. The London FA Cup games. What was the other one? The FA Vars maybe still going on. I'm not too sure about that. The FA Trophy, that final's already been happened. But there you go. If you wanted to go to a game, there you go. You can go to a Bromley game probably. There might be a chance of getting in, and they are still in the playoff hunt as well. I'll bring you news in a video tomorrow about Alex Mitchell, who played for Bromley tonight. And they won again. They're still very much in the hunt for playoffs, so that's going to go into June, the first couple of weeks of June, if you want to get to a Bromley game. So there you go, there you have it. That's it for today's Millwall news. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.